You're ready? We're going to start with some sun salutations if you haven't. So come to the front end of your mat and find your feet. Spreading your toes, rock toe to heel and feel where your feet are, and take a super deep inhalation, inhaling up into extended mountain and centering in the heart mudra, exhaling. Lifting your elbows, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and equally slowly exhale your hands down. We're going to do that a few times. Inhaling, abdomen to upper lungs, centering at the heart, elbows lifting, fill your lungs, and equally slowly your hands drop like parachutes. One more, inhaling, centering, filling to capacity, and exhaling down. Inhaling up. Imagine there are two ropes above your head and grab onto those ropes and hang off those ropes. Bend your knees, come into a vertical squat. Pushing back through your tailbone, relax your belly onto your thighs and let your head drop. Find your lower back by spreading your toes and rocking toe to heel, releasing through your lower back. Shake your head no, releasing your upper back. And yes. And no. Actively pressing into your feet, inhale up into extended mountain. And center in the heart mudra. I would love to see if you're there, Deirdre. Elbows lift, inhaling, and your hands exhale down. Just your right hand up. Again, imagine there's a rope up there. Hold on to that rope and hang off of it. Finding your leg strength. Lean to the left, all legs, no back. Stretch your right side and breathe into your right side. And your right hand exhales down. Feel the flow, both hands inhale up. And center in the heart mudra, exhaling. Elbows lifting, super deep breath in. And both hands exhale down. Michelle, do you mind bringing up the temperature 2 degrees? Left hand lifts and you come into a squat. It's like James Bond, to have it at 72 degrees, shaken, not stirred. Stretch your left side, strong legs, soft back, and relax your hand down. Feel the flow. Both hands flow up. Again, holding on to those ropes, come into a squat and find your leg strength. Pushing back through your tailbone, relax onto your thighs. And we'll bring it up into Uttanasana this time, standing forward bend. Press your fingers into the floor and straighten out your legs. Lift through your tailbone. If you're a little more flexible, press your palms to the floor. And Michelle's going to kick up into a handstand now where we're doing this. Lift up. And then relax, pressing into your feet. Inhale, back up into extended mountain. And center in the heart mudra. Find your lungs, filling, 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 and your hands exhale down. Inhaling up into extended mountain. Come into Utkatanasana, the squat. Lifting your left heel off the floor, twist to the wall all the way behind you. Pressing into your right foot, twist a little further and a little further, and both hands exhale down. Extended mountain. Squat, right heel lifts, twisting to the right. Look all the way to the wall behind you, and both hands exhale down. Go up for the dive, inhaling. And take the dive, exhaling, fingers to the floor. Slide your right foot back as far as it will slide and warm up your right foot and ankle. Work your toes and your ankles. In the lunge, let your hips relax towards the floor as you slightly lift your head. resting your right knee on the floor. Bring your palms together above your head and take it into a slight back bend. Feel for the front of your right hip and take a breath into the front of your right hip. If you pull up your pelvic floor and pull in your abdominal muscles, you'll get a little more access to the right hip. Bringing your hands to the floor, step forward and up into extended mountain. Inhaling, 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 and center in the heart mudra. Super deep breath in, and your hands flow down. Go up for the dive, inhaling, and take the dive, exhaling. Sliding your left foot back, unlock the lunge, move your left foot and toes. Ideally in the lunge, your right knee is right over your ankle, your head is lifting and your hips are dropping. Resting your left knee on the floor, bring your palms together above your head and take it up into a back bend. Now step back into plank pose, chaturanga. Right foot steps back, take a few little push-ups, and then with your elbows bent, feel your body in a straight, strong line. Your heels, your tailbone, and your head in a straight line. Then rest your knees on the floor and come back into child's pose, forehead to the floor. On your inhalations, you observe your lower back lengthening. On your exhalations, you feel your lower back relaxing and aligning, visualizing it. If you let your knees relax, you're going to feel more of an opening through your lower back. Then swing up on all fours and bring your hands directly under your shoulders, spreading your fingers as much as possible. We'll come into the cat-cow stretch. We start with Muladhara Bandha, the pelvic lock. Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles up into your body and keep them contracted. Then Svadhisthana Bandha, the abdominal lock. Squeeze your navel against your spine. Really work those muscles. Keep those muscles contracted as you take the cat stretch. Exhaling, touch your chin to your chest, push your lower back to the ceiling, squeeze your navel against your spine. And then completely relax. Press your navel towards the floor as you lift your tailbone and head, look up. On the exhalation, you work, squeezing your pelvic floor, squeezing your internal organs, stretching your spine and shoulders. On the inhalation, relax. Navel presses down, tailbone and head lift. 3 or 4 more times, working on the exhalation. Relaxing on the inhalation. You be the chiropractor. Figure out where your spine is blocked and unblock it with this stretch. And then relax in a neutral position. Lifting your right leg parallel to the floor, point through your right ankle and lift your opposite arm. Stretching in a long line, left middle fingers to right big toe. Then take the other side, right arm and left leg. And then come back into child's pose. Walking your hands as far above your head as you can, come up on your thumb and fingertips and strongly press your thumb and fingertips into the floor, feeling for your shoulder joints. Align your shoulder joints by feeling the pressure in your hands. Then relax your hands and swing up on all fours. Look up at the ceiling And lower your pubic bone to the floor. And then your navel, chest, chin, and forehead. Touching your big toes together, anchor your hips. Push your pubic bone into the floor and let your arms relax as you lift just your head. Lift your head as high as it will lift. So the arms aren't working, it's the back muscles that are working. You look as far to the left as you can look. Take a breath. And you look as far to the right as you can look. And take a breath. Relaxing your forehead back to the floor. Touch your big toes together. And again, re-anchor your pubic bone, hips pressing down. This time, lift your head a little higher. Hugging your elbows into your body, lift up into cobra pose. And lengthen out a vertebra at a time. Your feet turn under and separate. Push up into chaturanga, plank pose, and walk your hands back a couple of inches into downward facing dog. First down dog, let's take it one leg at a time. Press your right heel to the floor, stretching your right calf and hip. Then press your left heel to the floor. Press both heels towards the floor. Take a super deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Keep your feet where they are. Inhale up into extended mountain. And center in the heart mudra. Bringing your hands down by your hips. Squeeze your fists tightly, and then literally touch your shoulders to your ears. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, and touch your elbows behind your back. Feel how that lifts your breastbone, your rib cage, and keep your rib cage like it is as you relax your hands down by your hips. First observation point, feel how good it feels just to observe your body as you breathe. It's perfect, so bring it back down. All right, walk to the front of your mat and let's take a sun salutation vinyasa style, flow style. We'll move with one breath per movement. It's perfect. One breath per movement, inhaling on extensions and exhaling into forward bends. Start with your feet again. Find your feet and feel the flow slowly. Inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Swan dive, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Right foot lifts to the ceiling, inhaling, and steps back, exhaling. Pressing into your left foot up into Warriors One. Your right arm opens behind you, Warriors Two. Touch your right knee and stretch your right groin in the reverse warrior. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Deep inhalation, look up at the sky, literally. Drop your knees and exhale back into child's pose. Pressing your hands into the floor, slide your chest right through your hands up into cobra pose. And counter in downward facing dog. Feet turn under. Right foot lifts, inhaling, 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 and steps through, exhaling. Warriors One, in. Warriors Two, out. Reverse warrior, inhaling. Both hands, exhale to the floor, step forward, Uttanasana. Up into extended mountain, inhaling. And center in the heart mudra. Super deep breath in. We take side two. You go up for the dive, inhaling. And take the dive, exhaling. Left foot, inhaling, and step, exhaling. Virabhadrasana 1. Virabhadrasana 2. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Exhale your hands into the lunge and deep inhalation into plank. Look up. Relax back into child's pose, exhaling. Slide into cobra pose, inhaling. Counter in down dog, exhaling. Left foot lifts, inhaling, and steps through. Warriors 1 and 2. Reverse. Right foot steps into the lunge. Up into extended mountain. Into the heart mudra. We'll go over one more time. Go up for the dive, inhaling. And into the forward bend. Jump or walk your feet into the plank pose. And balance on your right arm. Feet pivot to the ground, or you stack your feet. If you need to, drop your right knee to the floor for this. You take Vahistasana to the other side, balancing on your left arm. Look up to your right thumb tip. And then coming onto your back, fiercely, quickly before your body cools down, tighten every muscle in your body, both fists, arms pressing into the ground, feet clenching, tightening your buttocks, tightening your facial muscles. Tighten a little tighter, and then completely relax. Light up your body with 3 thoughts. The first thought, visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from your heart out through your shoulders and down through your arms, into your hands and fingertips. Second thought, visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from your navel, down through your hips and thighs, down through your calves and ankles, to the soles of your feet and your toes. In your mind's eye, illuminate your legs and feet. Third thought, feel your spinal column from the bottom tip of your tailbone to the top of your neck, and visualize energy in the form of light streaming up your spine from your tailbone, up through your neck and into your brain. In your mind's eye, illuminate your spine and your brain. Unifying thought with the diffuse awareness of your entire body, from the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands to the crown of your head. Light up every cell of your body. Then, sliding your feet into your hips, feet flat, knees bent. Open your arms at a right angle to your body and rock your knees and hips in a big loose arc from side to side. Find the motion that feels good to your lower back. Interlacing your fingers behind your head, do a sit-up. Lift your shoulders and head off the floor and take your upper back side to side in the biggest motion you can. Continuing to hold your head, cross over, touch your right elbow to your left knee and hold it there. Then lift your opposite leg, your right leg. Your left abs are doing all the work. Your neck and arms are relaxing. You take the other side. And then you take both sides, both elbows to both knees. And we'll counter in the first position of fish pose. Rock your arms under your body, hands, palms down, fingers touching, and touch your feet together. Touching your feet together, flex your ankles, press your calves into your mat as you lift your heels off the mat, and keep your heels lifted as your calves press down. Then isolate your chest muscles. Press your elbows and forearms into the ground as you press your chest up. If you want to be super yogi or yogini, spread your toes as much as they'll spread. Press your chest a little higher. And then take your arms out from under your body, and for a few breaths, simply relax. And we'll work our way up our spine with some spinal twists. Walk your feet back into your hips and open your arms at a right angle. You cross your right leg onto the top of your left leg, knees resting together, and swing your hips a few inches to the right, dropping your knees over to the left. Passive body, active breath. Yawning in through your nose, fill your right side with air. Sighing out through your nose, empty your right side. Passive body, active breath. Take an especially deep breath in and hold it. Feel the pressure in your right hip joint. And then let all that pressure out. We'll take the other side. Left knee crosses onto the top of the right knee. Swing your butt a few inches to the left. Drop your knees over to the right. Passive body, active breath. Yawning in through your nose. Sighing out through your nose. Filling your left side with air. And letting that air out. You take a particularly deep breath in and hold it for a while. And release it. Uncrossing your legs, again, take the Feldenkrais rock. Rock your knees in a big loose arc from side to side. Find a motion that feels good to your lower back. And interlacing your fingers behind your head, take your upper back in a bigger motion than you did the first time, through its range of motion. You touch your right elbow to your left knee and lift your right leg. All abs, no arms, no neck. Especially left abs, then right abs. Left elbow to the right knee. Then all abs, both elbows to both knees. And again, we counter in fish pose. Rocking your arms under your body, legs straight, feet touching. Press your calves down as you lift your heels off the floor. Press your chest up. If you want to take the full fish pose, don't just slide your head in. Lift your whole body, your whole torso off the floor. Come up under your elbows and look at your big toes. Then pressing your chest up, lightly lower your head to the floor. So the pressure is in your chest and arms and not your neck. If you want to be super yogi, your ankle bones are touching, your calves are pressing into the floor as your heels are lifting off the floor, and you're spreading your toes like crazy. Then taking your arms out from under your body for a few breaths, simply relax. And we'll take the spinal twist up into our mid-backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers at your shins. And then lengthen your upper back by lifting your head off the floor and placing it back onto the floor. Now move your rib cage. Pull your thigh bones into your rib with the intention of literally bending your rib cage. Feeling for the release in the mid-back. Surprise yourself. Pull those knees in 2 inches closer. Keeping your knees right where they are. Open your arms at a right angle to your body, palms pressing down into the floor. And pressing your palms into the floor, drop your knees over to your left elbow. Exaggerating your breath in your mid-back, yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. Then we switch sides, palms turn down. Bring your knees over to your right elbow. Hands turn palms up. Head turns slightly left. Move your mid-back with your breath. Sliding out into Shavasana, hands down by your hips for a couple of breaths, simply observe. Just for the record, if I was at home practicing on my own, this would be the end of my practice because I feel balanced, I feel good. I know I don't look like James Brown, but I feel like him. Come on up to sitting and let's take it up into our necks. In all sitting postures, you want to feel heavy from the waist down and hollow from the waist up. Knees falling forward, belly and low back moving forward. So you're feeling for a natural, relaxed feeling through your lower back. Lift your chest as high as it will lift and exhale your chin to your chest. Painting a slow circle with the top of your head. You swing to the right, circling up as you inhale till you hit top center. Then exhale your left ear to your left shoulder and your chin to your chest. Slowly do that 2 more times. Inhaling on the way up. Exhaling on the way over and down. And 1 more. Let your breath lift your arms up into the extension, hands up. Center in the heart mudra and interlace your fingers. Press your palms up to the ceiling, thumb tips touching if you want to be formal. And as you're pressing up through your palms, you're pushing down through your tailbone. Your forearms are pulling apart. Surprise yourself, go up 3 more inches into a little back bend. Then we take head rolls in the opposite direction. Just lifting, super deep breath in. Lifting your chest, exhale your chin to your chest. Swinging to the left, inhaling on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. And 2 more. Enjoy the flow. Your hands flow up, inhaling. Heart mudra. Other index finger on top, probably the left. You press up to the ceiling, thumb tips touching. Forearms intensely pulling apart, hands intensely pressing up. You take it up into a little bit of a back bend. Then we observe the effect. Hands resting comfortably. Feel the freedom, hopefully, in your spine from the spinal twist and the sun salutation. Feel how easy it is to sit. Heavy and solid from the waist down, hollow and light from the waist up. Hips, thighs, and knees sinking down, chest and head floating up. Stay with the shoulders and neck. Drop your right hand to the floor and reach behind with your left hand, grabbing above your right elbow joint. Pull it down on your right arm as you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Tuning into the line from your right earlobe to your right middle finger. Relax it a little bit and then pull it a little bit further. You take the other side, reaching behind with your right hand, grab above your left elbow joint, pulling down your left arm. Right ear to the right shoulder. Tuning into that line from your left earlobe to your left middle finger. Stretch it a little further. And then release it. We're in right now, it's February 3rd. We're in arthritis season with rain coming and going and the barometric pressure changing. So let's work on our hands a little bit. Holding up your right index finger, you grab it with your left hand. This is the air element, Ayurveda. Your elbows are pulling strongly apart, so your arms are working. It's not lazy. You grab your middle finger, fire element. If your fingers crack, it means you have 2 more weeks to live. I wouldn't worry about it. Ring finger, 2 more weeks, that's it. Water element, little finger, earth element. Thumb, the ether element, river from which all other elements flow. A highly valuable opposable thumb. Shake out your wrists. Other index finger. Middle finger. Your arms are working, it's not lazy. Little finger. And thumb. We take it to the upper back, shake out your hands. Right arm lifts. Hold above the elbow joint. Wrap your thumb around so you can get a good grip of that arm and look as far to the left as you can. Pull your right arm out of its socket. Then twist all the way behind you. Pull that arm as far as it will go. And you take the other arm. Let's see if it had any effect. Sitting comfortably for a couple of breaths. Hopefully your arms and your shoulders and upper back feel nice and open. Occupy that space with your breath. We did some forward and backward. Let's do a little side stretching. Come on up to standing. The camera's good. We're fine. We'll come into Ishvarasana, star pose, wide stance, feet turned pigeon-toed. Establish your lower body. Muladhara Bandha, squeeze your pelvic floor up and tighten through your thighs and your glutes. Keep those muscles engaged as you add your arms. Occupy your whole body. Feel every part of your body. We take it into the side angle stretch. We start in Warriors Two. Both feet turn to the left. You bend your left knee, come into Warriors Two. Find both legs equally. The tendency is to hang out on the front leg. Feel both legs equally. Stretch a little wider with your arms. Then rest your left elbow on your knee. Push your groin down a whole foot. That's the whole pose. And then stretch your right side from your right heel to your right middle finger and twist up to the ceiling. Look up to the ceiling under your tricep. Both hands rest to the front center, feet parallel. Hands pressing into the floor as you lift through your groin, pressing your head towards the floor. Padottanasana. Relaxing, press into the inner edge of your feet and inhale your hands up. And center in the heart mudra. Back into Ishvarasana. Occupying your whole body. Palms down, both feet turn to the right. Come into Warriors Two. Resting your right elbow on your knee, press your groin down a whole foot. Stretch your left side. Look up under your tricep. And then walk your hands to the front center, heavy elbows, heavy head. If you want to take the pose actively, palms pressing down, groin lifting, head pressing to the floor. Then coming onto your back, we're going to finish up with Shavasana. Get comfortable, get warm. If you have a blanket, you may want to stick it on top of your legs. And here we go. Set your intention. Claim this time for yourself. Say to yourself, this is my time to relax. I don't have to think about the past or the future. I'm going to allow myself to relax right here, right now. Start by just observing your own breath coming in and going out. Your heart rate's probably a little bit elevated from Parsvakonasana. Let your heartbeat slow down. Just watch your breath. Without imposing any rhythm or depth on your breath, mentally repeat to yourself, my heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. Let your heart rate literally slow down. My heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. You feel that relaxed feeling coming into your chest. Move your awareness down into your shoulders, your arms, your hands and fingers. And intentionally, consciously release control of your arm, hand and finger muscles. Mentally, silently repeating to yourself, my arms and hands feel heavy, warm and relaxed. My arms and hands feel heavy and warm and relaxed. Say it, see it, feel it. My arms and hands feel heavy, warm, and relaxed. Take a moment to acknowledge that relaxation coming into your arms and hands, and know that it will continue to deepen as you easily shift your awareness now to your hips, legs, and feet. Allowing your hips, legs, and feet to drop right where they are. Consciously release control of your leg and feet muscles as you repeat to yourself, my legs and my feet feel heavy and relaxed. I allow my legs and feet to just relax. Feel that warm energy moving down into your ankles and into the soles of your feet and your toes. And you may notice that your legs are becoming just as relaxed as your arms and hands. Sense your spinal column. Sense the weight of your buttocks, your shoulders, and your head. And let your hips and shoulders and head just sink into your mat as you repeat to yourself. My spine feels long and aligned. My back and my neck are relaxing. My spinal column feels long and aligned. My back and my neck are relaxing. And you may notice that you're becoming relaxed from the neck down. Tuning into the weight of your shoulders and head, allow your shoulders and head to drop right where they are. Throat softening, neck lengthening. Heavy head, facial muscles softening. Jaw, tongue, and lips loosening. Cheeks, eyelids, and forehead softening. Healing light flows even into your brain, illuminating the inside of your skull. And you become aware that your entire body is filled with healing, relaxing energy. Just rest silently. Feeling very relaxed, very refreshed. You can continue to relax here if you'd like, or when you're ready, just slowly come up to sitting. Thanks for being here. Namaste.